Evening, folks. How you doing? It's Middle-Aged Gamer Guy here. Welcome to another Tuesday night gaming chat where we talk about all the latest gaming news and reviews from the last 7 days or so. How is everyone? There you go. I'm not even going to read Sophie's comment because I know she's taking the mic. Hello, Jesse was the first one here. A good 13 minutes early. Good evening, sir. Fancy seeing it? Yes, Pac-Man and the Ghosts. I did. I bought them from Nottingham Video Games Expo. I was like, I'm doing it. And they're all hand knitted as well. They're amazing. So I was like, if I'm going to buy one thing, I'm going to buy them. And I bought the whole set. So there you go. Pac-Man and the Ghost. There you go. Danka, good evening. How are you? He's like, nothing can go wrong, surely. Not after last night. No, God, no. There you go. Will, good evening. Good to see you. Sophie, good evening. How are you? She's been playing that new, one of the Agatha Christie games, and she'd literally finished it just in time to watch the show. So congratulations on that. Bondi, good evening. How are you? Good to see you. Mr. Game Tank, where are you? I've got you. I've lost your thing now. There you go. Good evening. 22 days to go until Timeless. Oh, my life. Yes, there is. It'll be 21 tomorrow, which is frightening because that's literally, 3 weeks' time. 3 weeks tomorrow, Timeless. Wow. Sophie's like, read it. That's a fright. I knew you would. Yeah, there you go. Iquel, evening. How are you? Flame, good evening. Mags likes it when it's handsy. Handsy? What's that supposed to mean? Handsy. Oh, that's a word I don't like. That just sounds wrong. It's like moist, isn't it? 3 weeks we'll be in the hotel pub. Well, we will be in the pub. That's true. Yeah, this time in 3 weeks, I hope so. And Jesse will probably be having a nervous breakdown because I've already had one, about 15 already. You like things being done with hands. Yes, that's why you like Pac-Man. Pac-Man. Stupid phone. Ian, Matt, how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome all, folks. Welcome. So before we start the show and before we bring our wonderful co-host in, I am going to state that unfortunately there is no guest tonight. Moist hands, even that's wrong, Will. There's no guest tonight. Unfortunately, our guest this evening can't make it. They messaged me last night. We were due to have Duchess Weaves and Ms. Ginger Ninja, who are going to be at Timeless, because obviously we've got lots of guests that are going to be at Timeless. Unfortunately, they've got their beloved pet dog who's really, really ill and might have to be put down. So we're sending Miss Ginger Ninja and Duchess all our love. They couldn't be here. They were very, very apologetic. It's quite a sad time for them. And I just said we will get them on the show later in the year. Now, we did try and get a stand-in guest because we thought it would tie in nicely. But again, it was too short notice. So Dave and me said, screw it. We'll just crack on. And it actually meant that we added another 2 games to the schedule for the show because we were only going to do about 6 games tonight, but we've added an extra 2. So there you go. So yeah, it's hopefully, we'll see how we go. Dan says sending love. That's awful. Sorry to hear. Big hugs to them. I bet Dave had no saying this. Dave, I did say this. We went, Dave. So we had 16 games. Do you know what? This is the busiest week. I'll bring Dave in a minute. But this is the busiest week we've had to pick from games. Last couple of weeks, we've had 5 games and that's it. So we've gone, oh, there's 5 games. 16 games we had to pick through. And Dave sorted through some of these because I just went, look, here's a 16. I think the original list was like 20 and we ditched 3 of them. And then Dave went through and went, right, I think we should do these 8. So hopefully we've got a cracking Magfield's Professor shaking his pen around. I am E = MC square. There you go. I have some news you might find interesting. Go on then, Will. Send that. Quick, someone get Dave too on the blower. There you go. Sending all the love. So thank you to everyone who's sending love to Duchess Weaves and Miss Ginger Ninja. I will let them know. They will be at Timeless, bless them. So you will get to see them. But unfortunately, they can't be on the show tonight. So there it goes. However, someone who is with me, and I'm very thankful for, because he basically got the 16 games down to 8. We will talk about the other 8 games very soon. Oh, I saw, Will. Splitgate 2's been announced. I did see. Do you know what the funny thing is about that? I'm just going to say this. I remember a couple of years ago when Splitgate was in early access And I was waiting for it to be actually released because we were going to consider playing that as a community night. I hadn't realised that the first game was already out and has been out for a while. And then he just announced the second one. And I went, oh. So I still thought it was in early access. What do I know? Anyway, please welcome my co-host who knows the most, who probably knew that Splitgate was no longer in early access. It's the one and only Mr. David Jones.
Yeah, how could you not know that? I thought you kept up with the gaming news.
I've been waiting for it in ages, and then I didn't realise it was already.
There's so many games that do come out. It's easy just to forget about some, isn't it? They kind of get lost in the masses.
There we go.
Sophie, how you doing?
There you go. Manny, good evening. There you go. Exclamation Dave. Say hi to Dave. There you go. Mr. Game Tank, Bondi. It's Dave the Man, says Will. This is awesome. How have you been? What have you been up to? What have you been playing?
I've been good, mate. I've been busy with work, but I managed to find a bit of gaming time in between that. So I'm still carrying on with Elden Ring, obviously, because it takes me ages to get through some of these open world games. Mm-hmm. Still enjoying that. Still finding lots of like hidden areas and optional dungeons that completely off the the main path line. Getting through those slowly but surely. At some point, I'll go through the main part and finish it. Did try that Dungeons of Hinternberg, but we're talking about that later. I played a bit of that last night.
Interesting what you think about that.
Yeah, I don't think I did play. I think it was. We've had the Des on a couple of times. Is that Out of the Bit? You made Full Void.
Yeah,
I brought Full Void.
Oh, you brought Full Void. Oh, amazing!
I brought that and started and finished it on Sunday.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It's just under 3 hours it took me, but
yeah,
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
It's a great game, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't need every game to go on for fucking tens or hundreds of hours.
Yeah,
it's nice. Just start something. A couple of hours later.
Yeah,
finished. But yeah, really cool.
I'll let the team know you've played it now because I do speak to them quite often, and I'll let them know. And obviously, they've got the new game that they were on the show earlier this year. They've got the new game, hopefully for next year, which looks just as good.
Yeah, I keep my eyes out for that one. But I've been meaning to play Full Void for ages.
Oh, it's so good.
Definitely my sort of game. I do like those old style, cinematic side scrollers.
Yeah.
Stuff. And then the only other thing I played about an hour or so of it just to sort of see what it was like. It was the open beta for that Concord that's coming out, that new multiplayer shooter from Sony, like coming on the PS5 and the PC. Okay. It was okay. I've got to be honest, it's not really my sort of thing. If it wasn't, an open beta that you could just jump into for free, I probably wouldn't even bother with it. But as you could, I thought, I'll just have a look at it. Looks nice. Seems to play pretty well. But it's definitely one of those games you're going to have to spend some time learning all the characters because they've all got different set weapons, different set moves.
Yeah,
and I can see you definitely benefit playing with the same people over and over again. So you had a good team and you can dominate the opposition. Because if you're just going in, just lone wolf it, kind of like I always do with randoms, you don't really get a good team going, so you can lose quite easily. But
I think it'd be quite hit and miss.
I don't know how it's going to do when it comes out because so many other options.
We're kind of like, are we going to do a stream of this or not? We're very sort of like, I'll be honest, when it was first announced and that trailer came out, I was like, oh my God, this looks amazing. It's your Guardians Galaxy style first person game. And then they showed you the footage and it was a fucking 4v4 or whatever it was. And I was like,
5v5, especially Overwatch, that type of game.
I just don't want to,
Single player narrative, I probably would have been up for it because I love the Guardians of the Galaxy game.
Yeah.
But no, another multiplayer shooter. And especially it's got to compete with stuff that's free. This one's £35, I think.
I think, this is 35 quid. And I'll be honest, I don't think I will get a free copy of this. I think I'm going to have to either purchase it or I will get it discounted through my relevant sources.
You have to open the wallet, let the moss fly out.
Yeah, and I haven't bought a game in a while, actually, weirdly. I was saying to Dave before the show, the amount of games that have actually been sent to me. I'm not saying that to show off. It's just really nice that I've had... This year's been funny. There's been some months where I've had to purchase all the games or I've got them at a discount to basically cover them. And then this month, for games that we're covering this month and next month, they're all being sent to me, which is really nice. But it's like it goes from one extreme to the other. But I think Concord might be the first one coming into next month that I'm probably going to have to get. Maybe that and maybe the Precinct. I don't know. I'm hoping the Precinct is still coming out when it's supposed to. But then again, I might get sent a copy of that. I don't know because I'm looking forward to that. That's due August. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
I want to say hello to Apop, who's in chat. Hello, Apop. Good to see you as always. PGS says, remember when Mag knew about all the latest gaming news and now he misses releases looking forward to? I don't know what happened. Exclamation timeless. Yes, that takes up all my time now, so I don't get to see. Sophie said, I could dominate Dave if he let me.
You'll have to run it by the wife first. I she'll agree.
Yeah, probably not the best suggestion, Sophie. iQual said I picked up a good evening, iQual, by the way. I picked up Full Void in the Steam sale, but I haven't had a chance to play it yet. I put it in my wish list because TNGC to make sure. Oh, good. I'm glad you got it off the back of the show that we did with those guys. The Full Void team are lovely, lovely people. And they really did deserve winning that award at the Indie Game Awards for that game. It's fantastic. So there you go. And I have it on good authority. Not that I'm giving anything away, that said Indie Game Awards will be taking place again next year. Cool. So I'm looking forward to that. Empress says, yeah, that Concorde's a hero shooter. I'm just like, I was going to say, is there any talks about No Man's Sky update? No, but I saw that was announced this week. And I did see that it's like a part 1 thing. So they're going to do more. But they were kind of leading into the Helldivers 2 thing a little bit with that update. They're kind of going, oh, we're going to do a bit of shooting. But there you go. Oh, yeah. And then there was obviously the Helldivers 2. And we were not covering any of that. Dave, did you get to play Nobody Wants to Die, says Will?
Not yet, but it is on my wish list, definitely.
Okay.
It's what I hadn't heard anything of. Then I did watch a trailer. I thought, oh, the still image looks interesting. Definitely hooked when I watched the trailer. I do like those Blade Runner type cityscapes.
Yes.
Yeah, so I like the look of that one. We're going to talk about it in a bit anyway.
We are going to talk about it in a bit. It is one of the games we're talking about tonight. And also, I'm going to state this. I found out about it 2 months ago. But most people only saw the trailer a month ago. But because of the fact it's tied to Deep Silver and the publishers, they said this is going to be coming out soon and we'd like some hype about it. And as of last week, I was sent a code for it and I will be playing No One Wants to Die. But I won't be playing it until the start of August because I just can't fit it in with the schedule. Because it was one of those that I wanted to do, but I knew that I might be sent a copy. So I was like, I'm going to wait. So it kind of got shifted into the first week of August. But I will be playing that. What else we got here? What else did people say? Ironically, as timeless has made you timeless. Exactly that. I like that, Dan. Are they still doing the 5 keys when you purchase a key on Concord? Says Danker.
They were doing that, I think, for the previous weekend where it was open to people who pre-ordered it. They're giving you 5 keys to pass on to friends. I don't know if it really helped the player numbers because apparently the Steam player numbers were pretty low.
Yeah, it didn't do.
It was on PS5. Don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because Steam player count. Shit.
Yeah. I'm sticking Dave in your van at Timeless. Are you now? You'll have to get the keys. Sophie's kissing booth in Mag's van is going to be busy. Oh, Jesus Christ. Dave might end up selling his ticket for Timeless this year then, if that's the case. Also, they finally announced when the Xbox update of it is coming. Oh, of No Man's Sky. Sorry, I had to think about that for a second. Also, I'm going through my recommendation on YouTube, and apparently Ubisoft put out an apology letter. Did not know about that. What's that for? Was that for my stream last night?
It's for Assassin's Creed Shadows. I think they've had a lot of flack from Japan about it. Yeah, I think whether it's for what they're doing with the male character in the game, I'm not sure if it's just that or other stuff, but I haven't read a huge amount into it. But yeah, something's upset the Japanese player base over it. So it was a bit of an apology for that, I believe.
Yeah. Sophie says, I saw the trailer for Nobody Must Die last night. Guy said, that sounds like you've given it away. The Debug Awards, just tapping your nose doesn't keep you saying. No. The Debug Awards is not a secret that it's taking place again. They said it would take place again, and they are doing all the preparations for it. So that is not a secret. What is a secret is everything they're booking for it, which I'm not allowed to talk about. So there you go. Because I had a meeting. So there you go. You got to warn me before I say stuff like this. And Sophie goes, here's your warning. That's great. That'll be quite funny if that was the case. I'm going to look at someone's reaction to it. I'll let you know. The Japanese government is getting involved. Oh, okay. Okay, so it looks like Ubisoft. Right, okay, yeah. Strap this statement in Discord. Ben, good evening. How you doing? And yeah, while you're at it, why not go check out the latest copy of Debug magazine? Why not? It's really good. The Debug team were at Knots VGE. I will say a little bit about Knots VGE before we start the show because we've got a little bit of time to do so. It was a great event. Unfortunately, I couldn't be there for the 2 days. I think Dan was there for the 2 days, and I got to see lots of people. I want to say a big thank you to Alex and James for inviting me on the Sunday as an official creator. And what was a lovely surprise was the lads from Retro Gaming Revival called me up on the Friday night and went, do you fancy being on stage on the Sunday for an hour? I was like, all right then, for a laugh. And I had to play a retro game. And there is a video of this that will be coming soon. I had to play a retro game called Donut Dodo. I shit you not, right? Which is very much like Donkey Kong and Bomb Jack. Imagine it, right? Never played it before. And I had to play it, set a high score, and Donut Dodo, thank you. And members of the audience had to come out the audience and try and beat my score. Atomic Moonchild, hello. Yes, she was there as well. It was hilarious. We made so many things. We named the chef in the game. We gave him a voice. We commentated over the top of it. It was a really fun hour. So I want to say thank you to James and Alex for inviting me to the event, first of all. And then secondly, to Tim and Ollie. And it was Jeff the chef. Hi, I'm Jeff the chef, and I can't keep getting my donuts stolen from that pesky dodo. That was kind of like, and the innuendos, so many innuendos, and there was kids in the audience. You believe it, but we got away with it. Do you know what? Only 2 people beat my score, and one of them was the organizer of the event. so that didn't count. But the guy that did win, bless him, he did follow me on there. So he said he might pop in on one of the streams. So I think his name was Chris. But also I want to say thank you to Ollie and Tim from Retro Gaming Revival for asking me. And it was great fun. And so many people I saw and people that I'd not met before and people that I'm due to meet but met earlier, which was fantastic. So it was a great event. And obviously I bought those, which were just absolutely fantastic. The Pac-Man. And the thing is, they're amazing. They're actually knitted, but they're like solid. They've got solid bases. So cool. Absolutely love them. So really cool. Got to shoot off. Sorry, guys. Have a good stream. No worries, Bondi. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being. Greatly appreciate it. Also, thank you, Sophie. Atomic Moonchild is our community member of the month. She's absolutely fantastic. You will get to see her. Her next event is at Timeless Gaming Convention. We can't wait to see her. But do go follow her channel. She's absolutely fantastic, and she's a great laugh. And all I have to say is eggs. She'll know what I'm on about. So there you go. We will now crack on with our show. Are you ready, Dave?
I am indeed, mate. Let's go.
Good. Let's do it. Atomic Moonchild said, I'm super excited for Timeless. Bless you. Well, I can't wait either. 177th show. We've got 8 new games, including Nobody Wants to Die, which we just mentioned earlier, Flintlock, Schim, and F1 Manager 24. We're also going to briefly mention the other 8 games that are out. And like always, we will stick the videos for those in the Discord after the show. Plus, we've got the latest gaming news. And for those who missed it last night, we've got the brand new Timeless video that we're going to show. If you haven't seen the brand new promo video for Timeless, for what we've announced so far. And we are announcing something that, let's face it, is not a secret. But we are announcing is our last panel to announce for the main stage. There you go. Sophie says we don't even need to bother talking about Flintlock because she said Flintlock is awful, in her opinion. But there you go. We don't need to cover it, so we'll just skip that game, shall we? No, we'll go. Yeah. Okay, let's do the first game now. For those who felt my pain last night, because my PS5 decided it doesn't like the new capture card, or the other way round, I don't know which. I want to again say thank you to everyone who stuck around because the stream started horrendously late, but we did do our partnered Ubisoft stream for the brand new Avatar DLC, which is the Skybreaker. And that's the first game we're going to kick off with, folks. Big congratulations to Jesse, who won the copy of Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, and he's donating it to Jenny Sparkle's son, because he hasn't got it, which I thought was really cool. So thank you to Jesse who won that. So we're going to hand that over at Timeless. So let's have a look at this. This came out last Tuesday on Xbox Series X, S, PS5, PC. This is the first DLC for what was a really good game, Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, but this is the DLC, and this is the Skybreaker DLC. And did I not mention it, Sophie? Oh, well, never mind. Let's have a look at the trailer now. Let's go.
The battle has been won. It is time to heal, rejoice, and celebrate. Welcome to the Great Games.
Target is secured.
Get down! They tried to break us. But we'll rise stronger.
Long time no see!
There you go, folks. So that's the brand new DLC for Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, which is called the Skybreaker, which came out Tuesday last week. Dave, tell us a little bit more about this DLC.
Yeah, well, this is following on straight from the end of the previous game, so you do need to have finished it before you can start this DLC. General gist of this one is your character's travelling to a different region. They're going to take part in the Great Games of the Na'vi, and that looks like there is a little bit of that to begin with. I think it is only meant to be like a small bit at the start, and then
it's very, very small, which is a bit deceptive because you think it's going to be a big chunk of the game.
Yeah, sounds like it is, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, they decide that the RDA are going to come back because you need an enemy to fight in this, don't you? So they're back, and again you've got to try and defeat them and drive them off Pandora. So I think the story is meant to be okay. I don't think the story is meant to be that great in the base game. So it's the same level of writing in the.
It was all right in the base game, yeah.
It was all right, was it?
Yeah.
I think it's meant to be okay here. Nothing remarkable, but it is basically driving the RDA back out. You'll do same sort of things that you did in the base game as well. There's going to be taking out the RDA bases and stuff like that. Same sort of little open world bits and pieces to do. So not really anything major. It's just more of the same, really, with the sound bit. Well, if you like the base game, then yeah, I think you probably enjoy it. Still looks good. Yeah, still looks like it's got a good amount of weapons to play with. Yeah, I think especially those graphics, always do impress me. So if I do ever play the game, I'll definitely. We're looking at the forests and stuff for Pandora they've made in there because it looks really, really nice.
I tell you what, this was the game that I didn't expect much from. I know it didn't make my top 5, but it did. I think it made my honourable mentions because it came out quite late in the year last year. It was like one of the last big games to come out, and no one was expecting anything from it. And it was a nice surprise, and it was really decent. Like, if you like Far Cry games, yes, it's kind of like that. I mean, Ben's just said kick in the doors and shoot everything, basically. It is a bit, it's a bit more of a more developed Angerfoot. But it was exceptionally good. And it's still, I think, again, this is my opinion, the best looking game I've played on a next gen console this year. And I know I've played Hellblade 2, but I think Avatar looked better. And again, playing the DLC last night, I was kind of like, I've forgotten how good this looks. And I think everyone in chat was like, oh my God, this looks stunning. And the opening scene in that trailer, the opening scene, they're flying on like their little dragon. I've forgotten what you call them. But I got to ride on one of the horses. So I was riding on the horse through those and it was like almost like recreating something out of Jurassic Park. Like I was riding through it was just stunning.
Cool.
But I did notice straight away it was pretty much a lot of fetch quests. Starting with it, it was like, go speak to this person up on the hill. Then you come back down from the hill and doing that. I was like, well, where's the hell's that? And where's that? And I did do a bit of the games for those that stuck around because obviously it was quite a late stream last night. But I quickly realised we hadn't got to the bit where the threat happens. We were just about to get to that. But it was kind of like, oh, there's going to be lots of these games I can do. But it's just only the one horse riding and arrow thing that you do. You can go back and do it over and over again to get the best score, but that is the only thing in it. And I was a bit like, oh, okay, there's me thinking it was going to be all these challenges and races and stuff, and it was something a bit different, but it wasn't. But I like the game, so I didn't necessarily hold that against it. I think, like you said, if you enjoyed the game, it's more of the same. And since the game came out in December, and it's been a good, 8 months since it's come out?
Yeah.
It's a bit of a nice palate cleanser for you to get back into it without it being too much. So that's my thoughts on it. Let's see. There's a couple of people popped in chat that have just appeared. Let's have a look. What the fuck is a D20? D20 is a Dungeons and Dragons dice. Yeah, D20 means it has 20 sides, goes up to 20. Jenny, good evening. She says, oi, oi, how are you? Jenny's the lucky recipient of said copy of, Jesse, does Jenny know this? Does Jenny know that she won this? Because this would be a nice surprise for her. Ob said, yeah, it looks like, hello, mate, as well. Good to see you. Looks like Far Cry, but Avatar World like. It is. Do you know what? I thought it'd be rubbish. It's actually really good. And obviously, I can say that. She does now. Literally only just told her, Jesse won this last night for you. And he said your son would love this. So I'm going to give this to you at Timeless. It's literally a brand spanking new copy of the Avatar game. So there you go. Thank you to Big Jesse for winning it, but they won it last night. So there you go. I can't do D&D. Don't blame you. A more developed Angerfoot. Genius. Thank you, Ben. So there you go. Congratulations, Jenny. You're our competition winner last night. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what people think. So what do we reckon the scores are with this, folks? This is Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. This is the Skybreaker DLC, which came out Tuesday last week. Got a couple of scores in already. Manic is saying an 8. Danker is saying a 7.5. Will is saying a 7.5. Get your scores in now, chat. What do you reckon? Obs is saying a 7. Dave, we'll come to you. What do you reckon?
I'm going to go for a 7.
Going for a 7 as well. Flame is saying a 7 as well. There you go. Ben's saying a 7.5. Get your scores in, folks. iQuail, 7.5. There you go, folks. Don't forget, if you get this right, you will get a shout out in the chat. Okay, you'll get a shout out in the chat. So lots to play for. Unfortunately, I can't give another copy away of this one. They only sent me one. So there you go. Moonchild says a 7.5. Jenny says a 10 now. No, she's got the game. But yeah, 7.5 for Moonchild. Dave, what you said a 7, didn't you? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I did.
Said, that's fine. Okay, any last ones? Last chance, folks. This is Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, the Skybreaker DLC, which I believe is the first of 2. So there might be.
I believe that's right.
I think the next one will probably come out around about Christmas time again to coincide the 1-year release. We've got, and it's out on Xbox Series X, S, PS5, and PC. And if there are no more scores, I can tell you that this gets a perfectly acceptable, and I can see why they're going with this, 7 out of 10.
Cool.
Well done, Dave. So Dave gets it right. Well done, Flame. Well done, Obs, for that one. Who else said 7? Someone else said 7, didn't they? I thought. Oh, no, it was 7.5s. There you go. Well done. Congratulations for getting that right. So, Ben, do the shout-outs. We've already got the shout-outs going. Dave! There you go. How would you like your first shout-out, Dave?
Start off with a bit of spinning on the old chair, mate.
Spinning on the old chair. Congratulations to Obs and Flame as well. Do go follow their channels. Ben goes, I said 7.5. I like what you did there. But do go follow their channels. Go say hi to them. They spend the time to come here and watch the show. Go support them back. We greatly appreciate your support. Dave! So there you go. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Let's swiftly move on. As I already said earlier in the show, we will be doing a stream of this next game, but not until the first week of August, just because I couldn't fit it in with everything going in. This is a game I'm quite intrigued by. Will says, rubbish, do it again. Maybe if Dave gets another one right, I'll do more. Okay. That's the deal. This came out last Wednesday. This is on PS5, PC, Xbox Series X and S. And this is the very sort of film noir / Blade Runner detective game. Nobody Wants to Die. I'm looking forward to this one.
Having a goal is better than inactivity. An alternative to focusing on the symptoms and the memories. I'm 120 years old, and I don't have any strength left to keep recalling the past.
You're a goddamn departmental legend.
Legend, huh?
More like cautionary tale.
I need access.
Do you think I don't know why the chief put you on restricted duty?
No doubt about it, this case smells worse than a 2-week-old corpse in a storm drain.
Can I ask you something personal? Do you believe in life after death? Well, apparently in the past, people used to ask stuff like that all the time.
Because the average lifespan was less than 100 years.
And now, can we believe in anything beyond this? What if you could choose the bank or death?
We've just received word of gunshots in Central Park! The crowd is panicking!
Sarah, you there?
All those innocent souls.
I will find you.
James? No, please.
Take you apart piece by piece. Who are you?
I've lost visual.
You should be thanking me.
There you go, folks. Nobody Wants to Die. And if you like the look of that, I will be streaming that a week on Monday. That is when I'll be doing the stream of that, courtesy of our friends at Deep Silver. A couple of people saying, hello, Gov, by the way. Great to see you, mate. Says, oh, Dave, I thought I was your biggest fan. It seems I've been replaced. There you go. So good to see you. A lot of people have added this to their wish lists. Apparently, it's on sale on PS Plus already, which is good. Something means
it's on discounts on Steam for the launch as well. $17.99.
How much is it?
$17.99.
$17.99. That's good, actually. Yeah. Yeah, it gives me Bioshock vibes. Jenny's saying this looks awesome. So, Dave, tell us a little bit more about this one, but I'm digging this one.
Well, it's taking the sort of 1930s noir detective sort of story sort of feel, but transporting it into like a Blade Runner sci-fi setting. This one's set in New York in 2329. Your basic playing is like a hard-boiled detective who's fighting some inner demons and whatnot, as they usually do in these noir stories. You're trying to solve these cases involving a serial killer who's targeting the elite of the city. And what it looks like the serial killer is trying to do is basically kill them off, because in this particular world, people can be immortal, because he's got this option where people's consciousnesses can get swapped between bodies. Kind of a bit like
Altered Carbon.
Oh, Altered Carbon, yeah.
Yeah, that TV. I love that TV show.
That was a great first season. That was brilliant. So it's got vibes of that as well.
Yeah,
that sort of body swapping stuff, and it looks really, really nice. I think when I watched the trailer about a month ago, it was the kind of graphics that kind of stood out. It just kind of started off with the character opening his car door, looking out into this sci-fi city, all these cars flying past, all the neon there. It just looked freaking awesome. It just caught my attention straight from the off. So it's one I definitely want to try out. To set people's expectations for it, it is quite a narrative-heavy detective story. So it's fairly linear in what you're doing. It's not open world or anything like that. It's a very linear narrative story.
You'd kind of expect that in a detective game.
Yeah, and kind of what you're doing, to solve the cases. A bit like the detective mode you had in the Batman Arkham games. You've got various tools that you use to scan the environment to find clues, try and piece together what happened, and solve
I like
particular case you're working on. Yeah, stuff like that could be pretty good. So that the idea of it, the look of it definitely sold me on it. So I'm definitely tempted to buy this one. It looks really, really good.
Jenny says, "Oh, Dave, I like the way you say linear." So he says, "Is it a bit like Observer?" I liked Observer.
I think it's got bits like that. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like Bioshock meets LA Noire meets Cyberpunk. I would say that. Ob says it does get in depth though. In depth, like, probably is. Supernova, good evening, buddy. Good to see you here. Thank you so much for being here. Let's have a look what people are saying score wise for this. Danka was straight in first and says, "Oh, it's got to be an 8. Got to be an 8." Emperor Carrot also said an 8. Atomic Moonchild said an 8. Manic said, "I didn't really see the trailer, so he's going to go for a 7." Ben was like, "Oh, taking a punt on a 7.5 again," as he wasn't really paying attention to the trailer. iQuell says, "This looks amazing. I hope it scored early. I'm going to go with wishful thinking and say a 9 out of 10. Ob said an 8.5. Flame said an 8. Sophie said, "I liked Observer, even though the achievement screwed me over." I liked Observer because it had the late, great Mr. Rutger Hauer in it. I thought he did a great performance in that. I really did in that game. Supernova says 8 as well. Dave, what do you reckon? Get your scores in chat if you haven't already had a go.
I'm thinking 8 for this.
You'll go for an 8 as well. Okay, 8 seems to be the popular score at the moment. I think Flame said 8. I'm not sure if I brought that up on the scoreboard. Gov says 9. Jenny says 8.5. Any more, folks? Let me know. This is Nobody Wants to Die, which came out last Wednesday on PS5, PC, Xbox Series X and S. And as I said, I will be streaming this a week on Monday, courtesy of my friends at Deep Silver, which I can't wait. I'll be honest, I was quite chuffed that they sent me a copy. Sophie said a score between 0 and 10. Thank you for clarifying that, Soph. What an interesting name for a game it is. I like that. And if you haven't ever watched Altered Carbon on Netflix, do. It's brilliant, especially the first series. Second series, not so much, but it was still good. And then they axed it, and I was like, eh. Obs says, "I think, honestly, I love it. I think this is right up my street, Obs. This would be my kind of game." If there's no other guesses, folks, I can tell you that this got what most people said. 8 out of 10. There you go. 8 out of 10 this scored. I just hope this does well because it's one of those that's kind of flown a bit under the radar. So, you know, I don't think most people knew this came out. There you go. But we got a load of people who got this right. Obviously with Dave. But well done, Supernova. We're going to give you a shout out. Flame, 2 for 2 now, Flame. Good on you, buddy. Moonchild, well done. Will, well done. Danka, well done. All you get shout outs. And again, do go follow these lovely people and their channels because they're freaking awesome. There you go. Dave, how would you like your shout out?
I'll tell you what, you can go behind the chair and jump up, mate. Let's say your knees are holding up.
Okay, cool. I like this. Ben says, "Hey, add my scores for this one and last one, and I've got the combined totals right. Surely that's going to count for something." I love that. That's why we love Ben on this channel. Okay, let's do this. Oh, we've had a network error. Hang on.
Yeah.
I hope we're still alive. Something's happened. Hang on.
Well, I can still see you from my end.
You can still see it, but we've disappeared off Twitch. So let me just refresh that. We're back. We're back. We got you back. Yeah, we're still live. It's all right. Twitch on the dashboards and here decided to just go, no. So I just wanted to make sure we hadn't gone off air. Anyway, back to the I'm not getting out of that. There you go. And my knees did click because I went down and then I saw the thing go off. Oh, God, I felt like they're going to half click. Are you ready?
Go for it, mate.
3, 2, 1. Dave!
Well done for getting back.
Thank you. I don't think my knees are thanking me, though. Is that why there was a chat delay? Yeah. Try refreshing. Anyone who's got a delay on chat, do a quick refresh. I noticed it was for about 5 seconds, so we might be a little bit behind. But congratulations to everyone who got that right. Let's talk a little bit of gaming news, the first of 4 stories. And this is kind of a follow-on from a story that we talked about last week, because we talked about the fact that Xbox were advertising that you can play Xbox games through Amazon with no console. And obviously what we were talking about is the fact that you can now be able to stream games from an Amazon Fire Stick. Well, because we had Amazon Prime Days last week, they officially put out the campaign for this. And especially in the States, there was an advertising campaign that stated a Amazon Xbox bundle, which doesn't contain an Xbox, right? It was $79 and it contained an Amazon Fire Stick, right? 1 month of Game Pass Ultimate and a choice of Xbox controller, either white, blue or green. Now, Xbox controllers are about 50 quid. I don't know how much an Amazon Fire Stick is these days. And 1 month of Ultimate's, 12 quid? So actually, 79 quid or $79. That's actually quite a good deal. So that's not too bad when you think about it. Triangle Face, hello. I was thanking you earlier, saying thank you to you and Ollie for having me on at Knott's Video Games Expo. It was great fun. Jeff the chef, I want to cut my donuts. So the question is, firstly, do we think this is a good deal? Right, 79 quid, a choice of Xbox controller, an Amazon Fire Stick, and 1 month of Ultimate. Is it a good deal? And 2, do you think this is going to catch on? Chat, give us your thoughts. Dave, I'd like to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, I think price-wise, sounds like a good deal, because buying all those separately would be way more than, was it the £79? So yeah, bundle them together, not a bad price. It's a good way to get people into the Xbox ecosystem. Yeah. But of course, the only problem is, since it is cloud gaming, depending on how good your internet is where you are, your mileage can vary. I've tried it here at home and it works pretty well for me. It plays pretty well. Don't really notice that much extra latency. And when I've tried getting some big TV downstairs, just sitting back on the settee, still looks pretty good. Even at a distance, because sometimes cloud gaming can look a little bit rough if the stream's not particularly good quality. It seems reasonably enough. I've found the Xbox cloud gaming. So yeah, I mean, for people who aren't too sure about getting a console, or might already have one of the other consoles and not spend a couple of hundred on another one, but fancy trying some of the Xbox exclusive stuff, then this isn't a bad way to get into it, really.
Yeah, people are saying actually it's not too bad. An Amazon Fire Stick's about 30 quid. So really, you're paying for the Fire Stick and the controller, and you're technically getting 1 month. You're saving 12 quid on.
Yeah, you're saving a bit, so it's not a bad deal.
It's not a bad deal. Apop says, to be fair, a Fire Stick on Prime Day to leave at my parents' house when I visit, which is quite good. Apparently, they were doing the deal a little bit cheaper than the normal 79. So I think you could get it about 60 something on the Prime days. But now it is like 79. Moonbeard, thank you for being here. Says lurking while playing First Descendant. Legendary JL, how you doing, buddy? Always good to see you, my friend. But yeah, generally. Oh, Aurelian, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. That's now 9 months. Don't forget, we're trying to hit 100 subs consistently. We are now sitting at around about 72. If we hit 100 subs a month, I get a 60-40 split from Twitch. So let's go, because we're not far off. We're only about 28 away now. That's not bad going. There you go. Grand Designs on 4. Good to see you. I bought a budget Samsung TV about 352 weeks ago and didn't realise it had the cloud gaming app built in. There you go. Surprise. There you go. Nice surprise. I'm good, thanks. Recovering from a horror game. How about you? We're doing good. We're just talking about the fact that people might be playing Xbox games on Amazon now. And I mean, Manic put a good point. He said, well, don't Amazon have Luna? But hardly anyone uses Luna. So I think this is why they've done this partnership, just to get more sales for the Amazon Fire Stick, I think. But, it's one way they're making money, in it. There you go. Thank you so much, Aurelian. Greatly appreciate that sub. That's absolutely very sweet. Do you play Peppa Pig if you get 100 as well? I will be playing for my anniversary. I will be playing the Peppa Pig sequel because I've already played Peppa Pig. But if we get to 150, I will play Horse Tales, which is DJ Mike's favourite game, which I've said I never want to play in my fucking life. Will says, I'm back. Got a cup of white cuppa and white chocolate. I was like, what's a cup of white chocolate? But I read that totally wrong. Jenny's like, yes, but we will be playing Peppa Pig 2 because we've already hit that target. But if we hit 100 consistently, I get a 60-40 split, which means I can buy a new fucking capture card after my one blew up last night. So there you go. No worries, Gov. Thank you for the alert, mate. We'll see you in a bit. Thank you for being here. Thank you for lurking. Now I've got to get the Grand Designs theme stuck in my head. Well, there you go. Fuck off, Pepper. Hey, Brenny. How you doing, mate? Good to see you as well. Thank you for being here. So let's move on to our next game, shall we? Yep. Next game. This came out on Thursday on Xbox Series X, S1, PS4, 5, PC, and is also on Game Pass. Sophie, in her opinion, does not like it. But will everyone else? I will be playing this on Monday. This will be Monday stream. So next Monday, this, the Monday after, Nobody Wants to Die. Let's have a look at Flintlock. What is it called? Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn. There you go. Let's have a look at this. Mr. Ed, hello. How are you? Good to see you, Mr. Trots. Let's have a look at this game. Let's go. There you go. So this is Flintlock Siege of Dawn, which is from our friends Kepler Interactive, who, you know, we had Dan from Kepler on the show round about the release of when we had Ultros and the very fantastic Pacific Drive. So this is the next big game that they're doing. Dave, tell us a little bit more about this, because this is not quite a Souls-like.
They call it a Souls Light. Yes, that's right. Yeah, so when they're talking about Souls Light for this, it's, you know, got few elements from the Souls games. Like, it's got the sort of checkpoints with the bonfires. If you sort of rest at those, the enemies do respawn. You get your health and refill your health flasks that you use as you're going through the game. So it's got that side to it. You know, apart from that, the rest of it, especially looking at the trailer more makes you think of games like God of War, those sort of third-person action games. It looks more like that, to be quite honest. It's I say it looks nice enough graphics-wise. A few of the things I've seen say it's not massively, you know, anything particularly special. It's just a serviceable sort of third-person action game with a few, like, you know, say the Souls-like elements, a few sort of RPG elements. But in this particular game, it seems like a doorway to the underworld's kind of been opened, and some nasty gods have come out into the world, brought an army of dead with them, and it's up to your character and this companion that they meet, this sort of magical fox-like character, to sort of team up and try and take down all these gods, which again has a bit of an element of like Gods of War to it. So it just seems like it's got a few similarities to that. I say it looks okay, but I don't think it's meant to be anything special. As I say, it's just, I think, a serviceable third-person action game, which is on Game Pass. You know,
it is on Game Pass.
Just jump in and try it. You can do.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It doesn't look like what I'd really, you know, rush out and buy if I had to buy it if it wasn't on Game Pass.
It's interesting. There's some people in the chat that are saying they're liking this, and some people are like, not my thing. I do want to say thank you for the follow, Logical Robot, literally in the last minute. Greatly appreciate that. Thank you for joining us. Some people are like, yeah, this looks all right. Some people are like, no. Dave, Mr. Johnson, how are you? Great to see you. I mean, Legendary JL said it's cool. It's got a gladiator-inspired mechanic with magic thrown in. Reminds me of Forspoken. Let's not talk about Forspoken. I have to say, this Saints Row game looks interesting. It's not Saints Row. Let's have a look at some of the scores we're getting for this one. It's like Flintstones, The Battle of Bedrock. So there we go. Let's see what scores we got. Let's scroll down. Atomic Moonchild says a 7. Ben says a 7. Ob says a 6. Brenny says an 8. I like the fact Dave said, Dave, it's so nice to let Mag guest on the talk show. Please don't bring him back next week.
No problem.
Thanks.
We'll ban him.
Great.
Change the locks.
Fucking hell. Danka says a 7. Welcome, Logical Robot. Good to see you. If it's on Game Pass, I'll happily give it a try. It is. I will be playing it on Game Pass as of next Monday. That will be next Monday's stream. Will says a 7. A Yabba Dabba Doo 5.5, says Manic. 7 from Triangle Face. 6.5 from Jenny. iQuell says 7. Flame says 6.5. Legendary JL says 7. Folks, get your scores in chat. You could win a shout out for your channel. I think Mag hates me now. Finally, hello, Dave. Also a 7. Well, Dave, when you are on the show in 2 weeks' time, I'm going to make your life hell. And Dave won't be here to back you up because it's his week off because he's away. So there you go. So you've just made your own bed. Talking of Dave's, what would you like the... he's like, bring it on. Damn, I knew you'd say that. God damn it. What score do you reckon this has got?
It looks like a 7 to me.
It looks like a 7
Go
to you.
with that.
Okay, folks. Most people seem to be going 7 with this one. But last chance to get your scores in. This is Flintlock Siege of Dawn, which came out last Thursday on Xbox Series X, S1, PS4, PS5, PC, and is on Game Pass. And if there are no more scores, Dan says, oh, Mag, I can't make that show with Dave on, by the way. Just remembered. How convenient. That's brilliant. Just fire him, says Will. Fire my manager. Fucking hell. Let's do this. I could tell you this is 7 out of 10.
Hey.
There you go. So well done, Dave. You are 3 for 3, my friend. No, you're not.
Yeah, I am.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I had to think about that for a second. It's someone else who's not 3 for 3. 3 for 3, but we've got a load of people. Exclamation Dave in the chat. We'll do that and I'll give Dave a shout out. Ben's like, holy shit, I got one right. Yeah, he is, says Sophie. He's 3 for 3. Wait, Dave has a fan behind him and it isn't me, says Kelt Brenny.
You weren't available out to, make do.
3 for 3, well done. 7, really? Yeah, it got a 7. It got a 7, a very passable 7. It got fairly decent reviews. But I said it's not going to set the world on fire. I think some people are going to love it. Some people are not. So everyone who got 7, shout outs are going out now. I'd only blow hot air, says Kelt Brenny. Dave says, I actually got this one right, and I'm not lying this time. Will's like, yeah, he got one. Well done, everyone. Go follow those people and go follow their channels. We show them some massive support, and they show support to us. Do it, please. Do it. It's going to be great. Well done to everyone who's getting a shout out. Those shout outs going there. Thank you to my wonderful mods for doing all that. Let's move on to our next game, which also landed on Game Pass the very same day. But this one is only available on PC, Xbox Series X, S, and 1. And also, I will be playing this hopefully next week. But I might have to rearrange this stream because I got invited to Rawcon in Cardiff. So I might have to move this stream. So this might end up being in August as well. But I do really like the look of this. This, folks, is Dungeons of Hinternberg. Let's have a look at the trailer. Let's see what you think. Let's go. So I'm going to say these both landed the same day on Game Pass, but this is the one I like the look of this more than Flintlock. So for anyone who doesn't know what this is, See, Sophie's not enjoying this one. She says this game is getting worse as the trailer goes on. Wow. Okay, really? Not her thing. Dave, tell us more about this game.
Yeah, well, this one, it's set in a fictional village in the Austrian Alps. What's meant to have happened is that some event has occurred in this town and magic has invaded the real world, but only in this place. And there's all these dungeons that have popped up as well that people can go in. So lots of tourists come to this area to go and challenge themselves by going into these dungeons and being able to wield magical spells and stuff like that. And then after that, they return back to the real world and go back to the normal jobs. And your character's kind of doing that. A trainee law student. He's kind of decided they want to break from that. They're not enjoying it, so they've come here to challenge themselves. I played a bit of this last night. I was quite enjoying it. I think the art style isn't going to be for everyone. It has got like an interesting look to it, gone for like a cel-shaded comic booky look. But the general sort of layout of the game is it's sort of a mix of sort of dungeon crawling with some sort of social sim aspects to it. And the game sort of splits itself up into different times of the day. So, in like the afternoon, you'll be going into like one of the hub areas in the game where you can go to one of the dungeons and, try and complete that dungeon. And then the dungeon's sort of puzzle and combat based.
Yeah.
Solve the puzzles, fight a few monsters in there, defeat a boss, come out, and then after that, you'll go back to the main village of Hinternberg. And then you'll spend the evening around there and you'll go and meet up with one of the characters that you've met throughout the game. And if you spend time with that character, it'll boost your relationship up with them, which will give you your character boost as well. Like it might improve their health level or give you like an extra slot for an ice or extra like magical power slot, stuff like that. So it's mixing those two things together. From what I played of it last night, it seems pretty good to begin with. So I only played it for about an hour and a half, I think it was.
Yeah.
So it's a bit early to really give you a full opinion of it. But what I played so far, I did quite like it. It was pretty cool.
Logical Robot says, I do like the art style in general, but not too sold on the gameplay. Legendary JL's wondering, is there a battle pass for it? Because hopefully it's not going to be one of those games. I don't think
it's not a battle pass. It's just a single player game.
Yeah.
So none of that battle pass crap at all.
There you
Just
go.
download it, play it. You might enjoy it, you might not.
Happy days. There you go, JL.
Game Pass.
There you go. Hopefully that answers your question. Gilfly, good evening. How you doing? Gilfly says, Dave, mate, how the heck are you? Mag, you legend. Yes.
Good, thanks.
Said, hope you're well. We are. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. We are talking about Dungeons of Hinternberg, which came out last Thursday on Xbox Series X, S1 and PC. And I will be streaming it either next week or the week after. We got it in for a date, but I realised that now we are going to RawCon next week in Cardiff. But then again, we'll stream it on the Friday. I might just speak to Amy and say, well, if I'm not streaming on the Thursday, do we just move that and make Fridays do a stream on Friday? But there you go. Will says, is that vodka you're drinking?
Oh, yeah, pure vodka, nothing else.
Yeah,
That's all I drink these days.
That's what, what amazing, knowledgeable
Hardcore.
people drink. Can we have a double Dave stream with 100% less mag? I mean, I'll get a fucking night off. That'd be wonderful. There you go. It's official. It's good to catch DNGC. Seen a lot of your posts about advertising, but not had a chance to check out. Cheers, dude. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, JL. We have to get you on the show, buddy. We have to get you on the show. We're always looking for guests, and I will be booking guests from after Timeless onwards all the way up to Christmas. So we got everyone booked up to Timeless and then do that, but it'd be great. So we'll get you on. So if anyone wants to be on the show, let me know who's not been on this year. And we have streamers, content creators, gaming journalists, gaming devs, gaming publishers. We have the lot. Amazing people. So that would be cool. Get your scores in, folks. This we can win a shout out. Let's just see what scores we got for this one. Let's go for this. I think Ben was the first one saying this is an 8 out of 10. Scrolling down, Moonchild says a 7 out of 10 for this one. What else we got? We've not got many scores in. Chat, get your scores in. Will, 7.5. Brenny, 7. While I'm waiting for scores to put in the chat. Logical Robot, 6.4. I'll have to round, easy for me to say, round you up to a 6.5. We only do wholes or half numbers because otherwise it's an absolute bastard to work out the average. So I'm going to make that a 6.5 if you're all right with that, Logical Robot. Flame says a 7.5. Legendary JL says this game has got to be a 7. Man, it says a 7. Wound that up. That could be a new t-shirt, isn't it? iQuail, 7. Yes, indeed. 7.5 it is. 6.5 it is. If I missed an 8, yes. If missed 8, thank you, Danker. Appreciate that. Dave, what say you?
I want to go for an 8 as well.
Going for an 8 as well. Okay, folks, last chance. Get your scores in. This came out last Thursday. This is Dungeons of Hinternberg, which is out on Xbox Series X, S1, and PC. So, Manic, you should be able to play this. You should be able to play this on your Xbox One. There you go. Dave has just slipped in there with a 7 out of 10. And if there are no more scores, I can tell you, do you see there's like a pattern going with this show? Because we had the first game got a 7, second game got an 8. Third game got a 7. Fourth game got an 8. How random is that? How random is that? So anyone who said 8 out of 10, you got this right. Well done. So this fares better than Flintlock. So there you go. How did the Crap Fest get an 8? Wow. Okay. Well, we'll see. I like the look of this. I'm looking forward to playing this, which will either, as I say, will be next week or the week after. There you go. Almost as random as me getting 2 in a row, says Ben. There you go. All the shout outs are going out now. Well done, everyone. Everyone who said Dave will sort your shout out very soon. Danker, well done. What else is scrolling up? Trying to find the scores. Ben, well done. That was it. I think that's got. I feel as rough as I feel as though I landed on Planet Dave. There's a lot of Daves in chat. Logical Robot. There's a lot of Daves in chat. So there you go. Well done, everyone that got that right. Dave, how would you like your 8?
Do your walk on from the side, mate.
Walk on side. Sophie says this game looked awful. It didn't deserve an 8. Well, we'll see. We say you don't always agree with what reviewers say. I'll give my opinion when I play it. We'll see. Are you ready, Dave?
Go for it, mate.
All right. Dave!
Very nice.
Thank you. Thank you so much. There is one Dave in chat and one on stream. How is that too many? Be funny if we had another Dave pop in chat now, wouldn't it? That'd be good. Let's move on to a little bit of gaming news. And then we have a brand new announcement for Timeless, ladies and gentlemen. Blakey, good evening. How you doing? Good to see you. This is great because Sophie's just pinned a message. Ironically, I too am a Dave. Says Logical Robot. There you go. Logical Robot is a Dave. Welcome, Dave / Logical Robot. I love that. Nice to see some of the cell shader rather than more boring trying to be realistic. There you go. I didn't pin it. Oh, Dave pinned it. Sorry, it's because you were tagged in it. There you go. I timed that well. Dave gets me every time. He never looks phased by the Dave. There you go. Petition to have Logical Robot as a designated chat Dave and make Dave Johnson change his username. Brilliant, brilliant. There you go. So we don't often play videos for news stories, but we are. Dave is 4 for 4. Dave is 4 for 4. So he's doing well. We're going to play this video because obviously there was a big film out this week. And Xbox have done something quite crazy with controllers. Now, they announced this one before the weekend, and then they announced something else yesterday. So I'm going to play you this trailer. I'm not going to say much about it, but just check this out. To coincide with Deadpool and Wolverine, this is a brand new controller for Xbox that you can win. Have a look at this. So there you go. So last week, they announced an official Deadpool controller for Xbox. Now, it's not something you can buy. And there's even an Xbox limited edition Deadpool Xbox. And yes, that controller has an ass on it. Right? And everyone went mad for it. You can win it by going on their social competitions on the Xbox website or their Insta. Or if you do the rewards program, you can enter through the sweepstakes and try and win it there. But, here's a joke, but they also announced something else yesterday because the film is called Deadpool and Wolverine. And it wouldn't be the same if we didn't have this as well. And they announced this, the Wolverine butt controller. And this was actually presented to Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman yesterday. They actually got one. Now, before you say it, it does look a bit bulky, because I noticed that someone said this. He says, did that controller have an ass? Yes, it did. As Logical Robot states, the asses are detachable. They are magnetized on it. So you can take the asses off. So it's like a normal Xbox controller, right? But you can interchange them. So you can have interchangeable asses. There you go.
You wanted on your controller.
I know. So interchangeable asses on there. Yeah, caked up. There you go. Junk in the trunk, indeed. So, yeah, so they announced the Deadpool one last week. This got announced yesterday. And he says, well, that exists. But it's not too bulky if you take the ass off. That was something I never thought I would say on this show. I'm sorry, but this is wonderful, isn't it? If the two Teletubbies made their own Xbox controllers, this is what it would be, says JL. Also, Hugh Jackman is totally a porn name. Maybe it is, but there you go. Still more ergonomic than the Jaguar controller. True. Used to break thumbs. Paul Newton, good evening. Great to see you. So can you literally rip the ass out of it? Yes, you can. That's going straight in my basket. There you go. Damn, those controllers got some serious badonka-donk. I'm so clipping that. I take it the Wolverine one is unbreakable. Possibly. It may never die if you put batteries in it. The X, Y, A, B buttons look too embedded into the controller. They do in a way, I have to say. A lot of people wanted the cushy texture. So there you go. If you want these, they are competition prizes only. Oh, better not give away what we're showing next. So you can either enter through the Xbox sweepstakes or on their Instagram page. And not only is there a Wolverine and Deadpool controller that you could win, but there is also a Deadpool-themed Xbox console, but you cannot buy them. But I wish they would sell some of these limited edition consoles because they're so good. We've had some amazing ones. So there you go. Mag saying Badoinka Doink is the most white thing in the history of that shade of colour. Thank you. So, talking of weird things, Timeless Gaming Convention is 22 days away. I can't believe this. 3 weeks tomorrow, folks. And we have got a brand new trailer for you. If you have not seen this, then we launched this last night. Dave's like, no, it isn't. Stop lying. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a brand new trailer for Timeless Gaming Convention. This is what we've announced so far. And we've got more announcements to come. I shit you not. And one of them is happening straight after this video. Check this out, folks.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen, gamers, tech enthusiasts. I'm Jason Bradbury, and I am delighted to tell you that I'm going to be doing the opening keynote at the Timeless Gaming Convention.
I'll be on stage giving a talk about some obscure gaming stuff. I really hope to see you there.
There you go, folks. That's our brand new trailer for Timeless Gaming Convention, which is 3 weeks tomorrow at Arcade Club Bury, Europe's largest arcade. We have got all those wonderful things. We've got the wonderful Jason Bradbury from the Gadget Show as our opening keynote. Was talking to him on the phone the other day. He's such a good guy. I can't wait to have him at the show. Obviously, Ashens is there doing his amazing keynote about some of the weirdest games that ever got released. We've got Melanin Gamers panel. If you want to make a living through content creation, we've got our own content creator panel with content creators from all over the world, and including our guest host, Mr. Josh Strife Hayes from Session Zero. We've got our Gaming Legends panel with Paul Monahan from Pixel Addict Magazine, and we've got Ross Tregenza, who's worked on Cyberpunk and Helldivers 2 and the Time Crisis games, and we've got Graham Norgate, who worked on Dead Island 2 and GoldenEye and Killer Instinct, and we've got Alex Trowers, who worked on Theme Park and Magic Carpet and Syndicate, and we think we might have another 2 guests to announce for that one, fingers crossed. We also have our cosplay competition where you can win 2 tickets to MCM Comic Con, courtesy of Sneak. We've got our legendary Just Dance competition with the wonderful MZ Lee and the judges that you saw there. And we've got a ton of other stuff. DJ Slopes' quiz and something we have not announced yet because it is the final panel to be announced, folks. Get ready for this. But it's been no secret. And if Mr. Game Tank wants to put exclamation debug, we can officially announce that we are doing not only a debug indie game area with potentially up to 18 brand new indie games that you can play. Some of them have been not showcased at any other event before, but they are also hosting a indie gaming panel. So the team from Debug will be having 2 sets of guests on the show. And we've got some of the games we can announce. There's a little bit of information about Debug. That is the next issue of Debug, by the way, which is out very soon. But games that we can confirm so far, we've got Hair of the Dog, Realms of Willith, The Protagonist, Catamist, Super Stretchy Chicken Legs, I love the name of that one, Elsie, VHR, Tails Tactics, and Pifsy. And if you saw our live stream from the Twitch Manchester meetup, you would have seen Pifsy at our show. We have got more games to announce, but we are also announcing that we have got Playtonic Games at the show talking about their game Elsie live on stage, and the team from Reckless Monster Studio talking about the game Realms of Willith, and they will be interviewed by the team from Debug. So there you go, folks. Not only that, as I've mentioned, there's a ton of stuff. You can watch the new video that's there. We announced our Just Dance panel for the Just Dance competition. We got the Mario Kart 8 tournament with the wonderful Kelt Brenny. We've got the cosplay competition where you can win 2 tickets to MCM Comic Con. Techwear will be giving away some amazing prizes. Samsung will be giving away some amazing prizes. There's some Control Coffee, Assassin's Creed stuff there. Insert Coin are giving away some amazing badges. Just for buying a ticket, you could win a GT Omega gaming chair worth over £150. We've got our exhibitors, Gamer Clothing. We've got Sneak there. You can get some Sneak goodies. You can win some Sneak goodies. And not only that, the Sneak Bunny will be there. How cool is that? Jason Bradbury is our opening keynote speaker. We've got Pixel Addict Magazine there. Rachel Ham, artist. Format, our friends at Format will be there because their event in Liverpool is there in September. The Tekken 8 tournament. And then we've got Lucia Lareza, the amazing musician, on stage. Josh Strife Hayes, Alex Trowers from Bullfrog, Kid Heart Collectibles, Melanin Gamers, our friends at Bullion. We've got a Bullion competition. The Phenomenal One, Miss Frog, Enhanced Aim, DJ Slope. He's not only doing his gaming quiz, but he's doing a DJ set. And he sent me some of the tunes he's playing. It's going to be amazing. He's got gaming tunes, film tunes, drum and bass, R&B. It's going to be insane. It's going to be such a good thing. Jinx is there with the cosplay competition. Ashens is running a keynote. Mav is there. Graham Norgate, Ross Tregenza, Sal, MZ Lee, Light Gun Retro Gaming, Gambit Gaming, Tigress X, the wonderful VR streamer, Sega Mags and Bitmap Books, our wonderful partners, the Gamer Guy, Retro Gaming Revival, big up Tim, who's in chat, and coming all the way from Norway, Games Mistress. All this and more to announce. So get your tickets now, folks. VIP tickets have sold out. VIP tickets have gone. Oh, I like that. The latest issue of Debug has photos from your favourite photographer. Nice work, my friend. He says, Dan has been showing us some of the stuff he's working on the DJ set in his Discord. Looking good. He sent me the same video, bless. He WhatsApped it me. So I can't wait. He said, here, check out the set. I'm so excited. I can't promise I won't act like a child. It's all good. This is the event of all events. Thank you. VIP tickets have sold out. We have sold out of VIP tickets. But standard, family, and child are still available. You can get a standard ticket for 20 quid. You can get a family ticket, 2 adults, 2 kids for 50 quid, saves you a tenner. Or you can get a child's ticket if you're a lone parent for a tenner. So you get a standard ticket and a child's ticket for 30 quid, saving you 20 quid. There are discounts for block bookings on standard tickets. You get 10% off booking 5 or more. And you can get these discounts from the following wonderful people. Mr. Newton and Big Jesse, who are in chat. You can get discount from our community member of the month, Moonchild. You can get a discount off. Oh God, where are they? Where are they? Legendary JL. You can get a discount from. Oh God, there were some other people in chat. Mr. Brenny. Who else was in chat? Supernova. I've lost some of my people on the chat, but you can get a ton of tickets from those wonderful people. You can get a 15% discount. Right, time to start touting those timeless VIP tickets. I thought you should get double the price. Well, we've announced pretty much everything for VIP tickets, but we may still have an announcement for VIPs. Maybe. It's not confirmed, but we're working on it. So there you go. Oh, and don't forget, Dave. You can get Dave and Ashens. Oh, and Ed, because Ed was in the chat as well. Bless him. All those wonderful people, you can get 15% off for your tickets. So go get your tickets now. 3 weeks tomorrow. Probably the best gaming event of the summer. Go check it out. All the information's there. You've got. Go check it out, folks. And that ends the pluggy plug. We will probably have another announcement tomorrow. Maybe. We will see if I haven't killed Jesse, who's been working so bloody hard on this website. He's done a great job. I actually will bring up one more thing, actually. If you go to the What's On section, let me just bring this up, because some people might not have seen this. The What's On section has all changed. Not only can you see that brand new video, and it tells you about the gaming, but you can actually see the running order for the stages now. Tells you more about our partners, tells you who's on. Full timings will be going live 2 weeks before or about 1 week before. So you've got all the information there about each individual talk, but also the sneak competition stage. We've got more things to add there. Retro Gaming Revival, I mentioned. You can get your tickets there. And then it mentions all the merch stands, more information on the cosplay competition and more stuff. It's our mate 0 out of 10, Johnny. Bless him, there he is. And the evening entertainment. So all the information you ever need is on the website there. Go check it out. So there you go. How cool was that? There's no probably about it. It is. Thank you, Dan. I don't do anything for Timeless, and I'm tired. He's worn out. It's a free. What? It's a 3-day gaming event done in 1 day. Yeah, it is. We cram a lot in. Ooh! Exclamation! Things are roughly in the order they will happen in the main stage. I don't think the main stage lineup is going to change. I think it's pretty much set in stone. There's just a couple of extra guests we've got to announce and a couple of extra indie games. The gaming challenges stage, there's a few more things. So that'll be a bit more firmed up, but we pretty much got it down there. He's like, wait, whoop! I need to buy a kid's ticket still. Do it, Jenny, and use someone's thing to get like 15% off. That'd be amazing. Right, anyway, should we move on? Should we do some more games, Dave?
Yeah, let's carry on, mate.
Right, let's go on with a game that I will be playing this Thursday on stream, and I'm very much looking forward to it. Since they announced it 2 years ago, I can't wait to play this. This came out on PC, Xbox Series X, S1, PS4 and 5, and Nintendo Switch, and this is the wonderful indie game Schim. Let's have a look. Let's go. There you go, the wonderful Schim there, folks, which came out last Thursday on practically everything. You can get it on PC, Xbox Series XS1, PS4, 5, and Nintendo Switch. I have been waiting 2 years to play this, and then suddenly it was just like, it's coming out. I was like, so good. Dave, tell us more about this, because this does look very cutesy.
Yeah, this is quite a cool looking little puzzle game. You're played as the Schim, which is meant to be like the sort of soul. This one has got separated from its human, so you've got to, like, you know, find your way through these levels to get back to your human. You know, reattach yourself to them. But the Schim could only travel through shadows. So what you could see in the trailer was the Schim, jumping between them. You've got to work out which ones to jump into to progress through the level to sort of solve the puzzle and move the story forward. I think it looks like quite a cool little game. I like the sort of art style it's gone for. Sort of makes it stand out a bit, I'd say. So yeah, I quite fancy trying this one out myself. Looks like it'll be a fun time.
I'm looking forward to it. As I say, I've very kindly been sent a copy from the devs to play this on Thursday, so I'm really, really looking forward to this. Got a couple of scores in chat already. Let's have a look. Get your scores in now, folks, if you want to win a shout out. 8.5 says Ben. 6.5 says Danker. Bit of a difference there. 8 from Dave. 8.5 from Moonchild. 7 from Logical Robot. Logical Robot, I can't really decide on the score here. Legendary Jail says 8. Mag, when you are done with the copy, I want it. It looks lovely. It's a digital only copy they've sent me. I've got a code. So I suppose you can borrow my Xbox for a week, but that's about the only way you're going to be able to play it. Jenny says this looks awesome. 8 out of 10. They send me your Switch. I've not got it on Switch. They've sent me an Xbox code. Anyway. Oh, your Xbox. Yeah, there you go. iQuail says an 8. Dave, what say you?
I'm going to try a 7. I'm going to see if the pattern keeps going from the last few games.
Okay, right. I see what you're doing. Send me all your things. Can I send you my broken fucking capture card as well? Debbie, hello. Hello, darlings. Doing very well. I'm doing a very tired, very ill look. Well, get well soon, Debbie. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you lurking. Dave says, yes, I will fix it. Oh, good. Nice. Need it. Any more scores? Last chance. This is Schim. Thursday the 18th. This came out. PC, Xbox Series XS and 1, PS4, 5 and Switch. I like that. I will fix it by throwing it away. I can tell you that this got, surprisingly, which does have me a little bit worried now.
Oh, a bit low.
So Danker got this. Well done, Danker. I don't know why it's got such a low score. If anybody knows, folks, because I was reading the reviews and I couldn't find anything that was actually saying anything really bad about it. It's still obviously good. I don't know why. I was expecting it to be so higher. Drawn Unicycle, thank you for the tier 1 sub. That's 5 months. That's another sub going towards my sub total. Thank you so much. That's amazing. Greatly appreciate it. Obviously, I'm trying to consistently get 100 subs a month. I think that sets me at 73. If I get 100 subs every month consistently, it means we get a 60-40 split for this channel rather than a 50-50. Dan says this score has surprised me. I know. Yeah. Poggies. There you go. Is Dave subbed? Or Mr. Jones? I don't know. Is he even on Twitch? He's not even on Twitch, is he? So there you go.
Nope.
just getting the money back in his pocket anyway. If he did that, it's a bit pointless. Got to keep the dream alive. Thank you, Drawn Unicycle. Greatly appreciate that, dude. Must have been reviewed by the same reviewers that did Bullying. The bastards. Not that I'm speaking ill of Debug, but I'm going to state this. Do you know what? If I burn my bridges with Debug now, I'm going to do it for the thing of Ben. The score that Ben got in Debug magazine, I don't agree with. It was a poor score. Going to put that out there. You watch Debug pull out of Timeless now. So there you go. But I'm standing by it. Bullying is a far better game than the score that it got. So there you go. People are entitled to their opinions, unless they mess with my friends. Let's not bring that up, Dave, because that's a sore subject. Let's not do that. I will DM you privately for that, because I don't want to do that, because that's not a very nice thing for Ben, who spent years and years and years working on this fabulous game that he did. So there you go. Anyway, let's crack on with our next game. There's only one person who got that right. Congratulations, Danko. Unfortunately, Dave, you just missed by a 0.5 on that. Now, this one, I'm guaranteed to balls the name up. So
go for it.
I'm going to go for it. No, I want to experience Debug, but not Debug. That everyone got that from the event. Sorry, Bon, I'm an arse. There you go. Don't worry. Don't worry. This came out on Friday on PS4, 5, Xbox Series X, S1, PC, and is also on Game Pass. So another Game Pass exclusive. They're knocking it out of the park at the moment. This is, I don't know even how to say the first word. Kuniysu-Gami, Path of the Goddess. Kunitsu,
Kunitsu, I think.
Kunitsu.
I think that's how I've heard it. That's one of the YouTube vids.
Yeah, Kuniysu-Gami. Kuniysu-Gami, yeah, because when you said Agami, that's right. Kuniysu-Gami, Path of the Goddess. There you go. I got it right eventually. That's how you say it. Have a look at this one. Thank you. There you go. That was a very short, sharp video for that one. And this is the Capcom one, iQual. I heard from another source today they're going to do a 6th tier, which is meant to be the cheapest through cloud. Yeah, well, they kind of stated what they're doing. But there you go. Dave said, this game confuses me. Right, to unconfuse you, Dave, explain what this is. Because it does look a very odd game, but actually, when you say what it is, it's actually quite simple, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit of a... what's what I was looking for? It's a bit of a strategy game, tower defense. That's the what I was looking for. Tower defense style strategy game. It's sort of it's that mixed in with like a sort of Japanese folklore type setting. So you've basically got this mountain that's covered in defilements, and your character is trying to help remove all that, remove the evil creatures that are causing all this. So the general gameplay is kind of split into like a day and a night section. So during the daytime, you try to like purify the villages, save the villagers, and then when it gets to the night time, you need to use all these villagers that you've saved in like a tower defense style. So they've all got different abilities. Place them in the right spots on the map where the monsters are going to come out, and you're using them to help you, defend everything. And while they're doing that, and you're clear to the other monsters out, you're laying a path for this goddess to follow, because she needs to reach this Torii gate that all the monsters are coming out of. And if you can get her to reach it, she can then perform like a ritual dance to cleanse it. Level done, move on to the next one. So it's that style of game. You'll do that a number of times. It's throwing in some boss fights and stuff like that as well as you go through it. Certainly an interesting looking one from Capcom. I didn't know what to make of it when the trailer came out, but watching a bit more of it and sort of hearing what type of game it is, it sounds intriguing. I honestly don't know whether I'll get round to playing it, because there's a ton of other stuff out at the moment. Maybe if it's still on Game Pass in a few months' time, I've finished some of the other stuff in my backlog, maybe I'll have a look at it. But I don't know. We'll see.
See, Ben says, now I want to score this lower than I scored Schim because I like my games to look like games. But I feel I'm in a minority. It's a funny one, this, because I don't like the way this looks. But when watching the reviews and describe what you had to do, so you had to like rebuild your city, save the villagers, then get them to do tasks for you, pave this path for this goddess, clean up the area, and tackle these monsters. I was like, it sounds quite good for a tower defense because there's some good stuff going on. But I just don't like the look of it. And
I know what you mean. It's those sort of monsters, isn't it? They just look a bit too weird for my taste.
It's right. It just seems too much going on, but maybe. So it's one of those. Oh, see, the showcase made it look like an Onimusha, but it doesn't sound like that. It's not really like that. So no, it's tower fence with added strategy bits to it, really. So get your scores in. We've got a couple of scores in already. Let's have a look. Danka said an 8. Drawn Unicycle says an 8. Manic says a 7. Dave says a 7. Sod it, I'll go 7, says Ben. Get your scores in, folks. What you think this got. Dave, what say you?
I'm going to try an 8 for this one.
Go for an 8 out of 10. Okay. Jenny says a 6.5. Okay. Any more, folks? Any small scores? You could get a shout out in the chat. This is Kuniysu-Gami. Fucking, I knew I'd get this wrong again. I've got to look at my notes. Kuniysu-Gami, Path of the Goddess, which came out last Friday, for fuck's sake, on PS4, 5, Xbox Series XS1, and PC. Legendary JL says 7. Dave can pronounce it. Oh, he can, yeah. Dave is a pro. There you go. Kimmy. Kuniysu-Gami. Kuniysu-Kimi. It's gone. I can tell you, folks, if there's no more scores in the chat, that Schim is the only one that's kind of put the running order so far out of kilt, because this, like all the other even games tonight, also got 8 out of 10. There you go. Cool. So well done, everyone. Iquel said a 6. Well done to everyone who got 8 out of 10. Dave's like, nice. So there you go. Start getting the shout outs. Dave, you know, 5 for 6.
Yeah, not too bad.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Do a bit more spinning, because I think we've gone for all the usual things.
Let's
go back to the spinning again.
Back to the spin. We'll do double spins because Will was like, I need to do more spins. So here we go. Exclamation Dave in chat. Blow Dave a kiss. All right, Jenny, I will. This is from Jenny as I spin round. Here we go. Dave! Wait for it. Mwah!
And I caught it.
Whoa, dizzy. There you go. Woo! And Danker is 5 for 6 as well. So you guys are
fair play.
Level on that. Back on fire tonight. Perfect. Dave's rule the world, says Logical Robot. Indeed, they do. Let's move on to our next bit of gaming news. This is an interesting one. This is not a game that we're going to talk about much tonight, but will quickly feature in the show. And that is the fact that last Friday, EA Sports College Football came out. However, if you wanted, and this is a thing that keeps happening, if you wanted to play it 3 days earlier, you had the privilege of paying an extra 30 quid or $30. Now, there's been some things that people are a bit fed up with this. The next game that's about to do this is Star Wars Outlaws, which comes out at the end of August. People saying, oh, I have to pay extra so I can play for a couple of days early and unlock this and this. And people are starting to get a bit hacked off. But not that many people seem to get very hacked off with this, because over 2.2 million people paid the extra $30 on top of the $70 price tag to play EA Sports College Football 24 3 days early. That's a lot of people. So, I mean, the question is, why?
I know. I don't know. I guess it's because people have been waiting for a college football game since, I think, 2013 was the last one.
They're not every year like Madden. It's quite a few years between them.
Yeah, it's been waiting a long time for it, and they're apparently quite good. Although to me, it just looks like a Madden,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
I don't really know what the difference is between the two. It doesn't look like much, but I guess
Mm.
a lot of fans they want to play it. But yeah, I'm not a fan of this thing that publishers do. Charging you £30, $30 to play it. I mean, they say 3 days early. I mean, let's be honest. You pay an extra to play it at launch. Everyone else waits 3 days to pay the
And
standard
then plays the
price.
same game, yeah.
Yeah, just to put a few fancy words in the marketing.
Yeah.
People just seem to buy it. The problem is, if 2.2 million people have for this one, and it seems to work, it'll just keep happening. The big publishers will just keep doing it because it makes them more money.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a pain. I wish they didn't do it, but I can see the trend will just carry on, unfortunately.
Yeah. It's I don't get it. I get why this game is so successful. Jesse says I don't see a problem with it. I mean, if people want to play it early, I want to pay for the privilege, fair enough. I get it. It's just not something I would do because everyone knows I'm a tight bastard. So, and the thing is, when I do get games sent early to me, I'm not always allowed to air them and that because I've got like contracts and things and disclosures that I have to sign. So I could play it off stream. That sometimes happened, but not always. So I'm not really that fussed. If it's a game I'm going to part money with, do I want to wait 3 days and pay 70 quid or pay 100 quid and play it 3 days earlier? I think I'll wait 70 quid. That would be my thing, but there you go. Anyway, there you go. What's the deal with college football? I don't know, but apparently it's huge. It's huge, and it's even bigger than Madden. And we will talk about it very briefly because we've got some extra games to talk about. There's a lot of games out this week, and we can't cover them all, but we will talk about it very soon. But we will move on to our next game. Now, this game, they've sent me a copy of this as well. And I have no idea where I'm going to fit this in the schedule because they literally sent it to me yesterday. It's from Team 17. This was at WASD. So I know maybe JL might have played this because he was at WASD. This came out today on PC, Xbox Series X, S1, PS4, 5, and Switch. And this is the horror war game Conscript. Let's have a look.
Rated M for mature.
Ich hab ihn! Taxmann, schnapp ihn!
There you go, folks. That is Conscript, which came out today. I played a little bit of this at WASD. I don't want this to reflect on the score of the game. And the fact they've sent me a copy, I'm going to give it a fair shout when we figure out when on earth we're going to stream this. I found the demo a little bit awkward.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest. And not always clear what you were supposed to do. I know speaking to some other people that we had on the show, they felt the same thing. But bearing in mind that was only a demo at the time. So I don't know where I wasn't like, oh, this has really grabbed me like some games at WASD did. But it was kind of one that's still been on my radar. So I do want to give this a fair shout. But I did like the idea that it is a war-torn game, but with horror elements to it. And it reminded me of like doing a top-down Resident Evil, like there's puzzles, there's a bit of shooting, blah, blah, blah. So I'll step that aside, but I'll let Dave say what else there's into this game and what it really is.
Yeah, well, I think you've covered a fair bit of it. I mean, it's a survival horror type game, but they're setting it in World War One during the Battle of Verdun. you're playing a French soldier. You're searching for your brother who's missing in action. So you've got to try and explore the trenches and various forts and no man's land on your quest to try and find him. I think it looks quite cool. I like the pixel art graphic style it's gone for. It's trying to sort of mimic that PS1 era of survival horror games. I think it's done that pretty well. The only thing I wasn't too sure of, I mean, I haven't played the demo, so you might be able to say, but from watching like some videos of it, I wasn't too sure about like the combat in it. The combat looks a little bit clunky and awkward, which can sometimes be the point of these survival horrors. You don't want it to be spot on pinpoint accuracy all the time. You want to add some sort of delay in getting the aim, but I don't know, it kind of looks a little bit too awkward to me in the bits I saw. What did you find from the demo?
I found it to be, but I mean, it's realistic because you had a bolt action rifle. It was quite slow loading shooting. There you go. Big Fuzzy Yak, hello, good evening. We're talking about Conscript that was at WASD, which is out today. So I think you might have played that as well, I think. Hi, friend, you're famous. I know you. So there you go. I found it okay.
Yeah.
I felt that the moving around and the puzzle bit was easier than the actual combat.
Mm-hmm.
I found the combat a little bit clunky, but we'll see.
Might be one of those ones. Just knock it down to the easy settings. The combat's not too much of a bother.
Yeah.
Just enjoy the exploration of the puzzles instead.
There you go. Type the kind.
There is a demo for it up on Steam. You can play to see if you actually like it. So that's cool. They've got that option there.
Yeah. So we'll see. But I have been sent a copy of the game, as I say, from our friends at Team 17. I will give this a fair shout. I just don't think the demo. Some people were raving about the demo, but I didn't think it put it in a good light. Maybe it was just me. Maybe I played too much other games that had just taken my attention. I don't know, but I thought it was like, oh yeah, it's okay. So we'll see. We got some scores in the chat. Oh, I didn't. Oh, there you go. Big Rich says I didn't try that. Okay. I want to know what JL thought of it because I know Legendary JL. Did you play it, JL? He says, boy, I remember this game. Ben says a 7. It's not a Metroidvania, Jenny. Just so you know, it's not a Metroidvania style game. 8 maybe, says Danka. John Usual Cycle says it's not a game for me, but looked interesting. Says 7. iQual says 6.5. Dave says I feel I'm judging it a bit prematurely. Big Fuzzy Yak says 7 because I don't know what we were voting for. Logical Robot said 7. That made me laugh. Yeah, oh, there you go. Yeah, I played 20 minutes. I did like it, even though oh, there you go. Controls were a bit fast, so he thought the same as me then. Getting used to it. I think once you're used to it, it probably does play well. So we'll see. But there you go. Maybe JL liked it more than I did. So we'll see. Get your scores in, folks, if you haven't. This is your last chance. This is Conscript that came out today on PC, Xbox Series X, S1, PS4, 5, and Nintendo Switch. Jenny says a 7.5. Aurelian said, just because I haven't voted for anything so far, I'll say a 9.5. It's just one of those bird's eye FOV games sometimes throws me off a bit. I score Mag's height 4 foot out of 10. Thank you, Dave. That's really useful. Dave, what say you on this one?
I'm going to try a 7 for this one.
7 for this one. Okay. So, folks, I can tell you, Mr. Johnson says 6.5 for this game, by the way. I can tell you that this game scored and has officially broken away the mold from the 7-8, 7-8, 7-8, 7-8. Mm-hmm. The last game was an 8. And what do you reckon this is?
Well, the sound of it, is it going to be an 8 as well?
It is. It's an 8 out of 10. So this scored really highly. This got an 8 out of 10 as well. So I definitely want to now try this because that's intrigued me because the scores are very high for this.
Cool.
So there you go. 8 out of 10 on average for Conscript. So there you go. We've got plenty of shout outs to give out. So there you go. Well done to the following people. If I can find their scores. Danka, well done. In fact, maybe it's only Danka, unless I've missed anyone. But there you go. The shout outs are going out. And again, do go follow these wonderful people. Our last game of the night, well, kind of last game of the night. This kind of goes hand in hand with a game that came out earlier this year, but goes into the more technical detail. This is more your simulator game. This came out today on PS4, 5, Xbox Series X, S1, and PC. And this is the companion game to F1 24. This is F1 Manager 24 let's have a look at this. This one's for Big Fuzzy Yak as well, because I know she loves F1 games. Let's go.
F1 is back, ladies and gentlemen, and the grid is set to grow. This is it. 22 cars on the grid. Let's go racing.
No, what's happening in the engine, guys? It's broken, I think.
We will box this lap.
Okay, box this lap.
So let's get after it. And DRS is now enabled. Keep going, you're doing good.
It looks like the rain has finished for now, but the conditions could change at any point. The drivers must keep on their toes.
Formula One's newest team, shattering all expectations here.
Lots of crashes. Excellent pace. Okay, let's make the most of it.
They're not just here to take part, they're here to win.
There you go. And yes, you did hear right. There is an extra team. I don't know whether Dave will explain what that is. If he knows. If not, I do know. But explain more about this one, please, Dave. This is another annual game that we get every year, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. So this is one of the additions to it. You get to create a team in this one. So one thing they've added now. So yeah, picking various like liveries and stuff like that to make your own one up. It's quite cool. Yeah, make it a bit more personal to you. So apart from that, you got the usual sort of general enhancements, improved graphics, improved AI. Then I've added in I think they've added in like personalities for the people that you can hire for your team. So you need to make sure that the personalities don't clash too much. You got that sort of mechanic to work with, and yeah, mechanical failures are in there and stuff like that. Otherwise, it's just your fairly standard management sim. Build your team up, get the right people in place, try and win the championship. Certainly looks decent. I think graphics wise, looking very, very nice. Whether I'd end up playing this, I don't know. I haven't played a management game in donkey's years now. Used to play them back in the day, but not usually my thing these days. Although this one's quite cool.
Yeah, this does look cool. This looks like they're putting a lot more into it than the usual management simulation games, which looks really cool. But yeah, there is like an extra team, as you said, you can make up of superstars and people, because I think the reason they did that is because a lot of the teams are pretty much the same from last year's management game. So they wanted to just add something extra into it, which I thought was quite a good idea, rather than just basically churning out the same thing in that respect. So yeah, that's a good way of just put a little added thing in there. Let's see what the scores are, folks. This is your last game to score on, so make it count. Now, Big Fuzzy Yak says unbiased, 10 out of 10. There you go. Danka says this is more management and actual racing. I reckon it'll get an 8. Manic says a 7. I'd be tempted on Game Pass, but these games are historically awful. Interesting. Jordan Unicycle says a 7.5. I'm thinking not a game for me. Dave Johnson says a 7.5 as well. Apop says, I really don't know how to describe college football. Oh, here we go back to college. It's definitely an experience, though. The school band, student section, chants, fight songs, mascots, and rivalries. I went to uni at the school for the largest stadium time. It had 100,000 spectators. Wow. Okay. Wow. So maybe college football is even more popular than normal football in American football. Ben says 6.5. Logical Robot says 8. iQuail says 7. Jenny says 6.5. Legendary says, I think it's an 8 from me. Dave, what say you?
I'm going to try an 8.
Okay, going for an 8. Folks, this is your last chance to get a score in. This is F1 Manager 24, which came out today on PS4, 5, Xbox Series X, S1, and PC. And if there is no more scores, I could tell you that this has been a very generous week for games, because this also got an 8 out of 10. So well done, everybody. Logical Robot, well done. You got it right. Who else got it right? Danka got it right. Was there any other rates? Everyone else was either side of it, actually. So there you go. And obviously, Dave. Now, Ben suggested me spinning the other way for a change.
That sounds like a good idea. Try and
Yeah.
even you out a little bit.
Yeah, even me out. Another 8. And Dave said me. Did you say 8, Dave? Sorry, I apologise if I missed that. Where did you say that? You said 7.5, you lying git. I just scrolled up to see. There you go. Yeah, that's an 8. Let's go the other way then, yeah? We'll do that. Congratulations to everyone. Again, do give these people a follow. Ready, Dave?
Go for it, mate.
Let's go. Dave! We'll go a couple of extra spins. Dave! Dave! Blue exclamation Dave in the chat! Woo! Fucking hell.
Very nice. How you feeling?
Way dizzy. But there you go. Good. Well, there you go. Not the end of the show by any means. We have got our last news story of the night, and we've got some bonus games that we'll talk about and what scores they got. So you can have a little bonus round if you want to. Mag's gonna hurl. Yeah. Jazz hands. Dave. Dave ain't got enough room to spin. If he did that, he'd smack his air conditioning unit. Let's not do that to him. So this one I thought was quite funny. So Nintendo Switch, folks, is 7.5 years old. Okay. So the question is, why has it taken 7.5 years for Nintendo to officially release the official Joy-Con stand for the Nintendo Switch that you can charge your Joy-Con controllers on? 7.5 years it has taken Nintendo to release this. Bearing in mind we're supposed to be getting a new Nintendo console next year. Ben, good night, my friend. We'll see you soon. Take care. 7.5 years, right? There have been of ones that are not official Nintendo ones that are out. You know, Oivo being one. Exclamation Oivo in the chat if you want to get one. You get 15% off with the code Mags. There you go. Why now? Why release this now? Like, I wouldn't have even fucking bothered.
Yeah, it just seemed a bit late in the day. I guess I wonder if someone like made it ages ago and just forgot about it, then suddenly found it. Oh shit, we need to get that out. But yeah, it just seemed a bit pointless because by this time, I think everyone's probably got the charging docks that they need. So I don't know how well it will really sell.
No, I just want a bit one. The funny thing is, do you know it doesn't come out till November?
It really is a bit late in the day, isn't it?
The 17th of November it comes out. The only good thing that's quite good about it, which is quite funny, is not only can you put your Switch controllers in it, but if you've got the mini NES ones,
oh yeah,
you can put them in, so it does charge them as well. And the NES controllers that comes with a game that we're going to talk about in a minute. But I don't see the point. Also, do people use Joy-Cons? They suck. There you go.
The Pro controller.
Yeah, nice. Use the Pro controller. Or I've got the thing that where you slot them into the one controller and use that. I like that. Mm-hmm. But there you go. But you get 15% off if you click that link and get a thing that's an unofficial Nintendo one, and it's probably better. But there you go. I just thought it was weird. It's the same people in charge of releasing debug at Timeless Info. Oh, shots fired. Wow. Never mind. That was Jesse. Both Jesse and me will be hated by debug for the rest of the eternity. But there you go. I thought it was weird. I don't see the point of it. Nintendo had it set for a 2020, but it drifted, of course.
There we go.
There you go. Debug smell. There you go. He's joined in. Add me to the list of 80 times. We've been waiting for that info since the Switch came out to be... Oh, no, we haven't. No, we haven't. We've only been waiting 5 months. Just saying. So... I'm such an arsehole. We haven't used Joy-Con since Labo. I know. Labo was a thing. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Forgotten about it, but I remember it now.
We just be clear, we do love fucking Debug. They're great. We love everyone at Debug. Otherwise, they wouldn't be at our event if we didn't. So there you go. So there you go, folks. Go buy yourselves an official Switch charger in November that you'll probably use for about 4 months until the new console comes out. Certainly worth the money. Not. Now, we said there was a lot of games out. We couldn't fit all the games into the show. 16 new games, and we've only talked about 8 of them. So, if you want to see the trailers for these next 8 games, go join my Discord. The videos will be dropped in after the show ends. Exclamation Discord if you want to join. You can see all the videos and the scores and information for these games. And they were Magical Delicacy, which came out last Tuesday on Xbox Series X, S, 1 and PC, and also on Game Pass. That got an 8.5 out of 10, ironically making it the highest scoring game of the night so far, and we didn't even talk about it. We had Hot Lap Racing, which also came out last Tuesday on PC with a 7 out of 10. The show can never die. Cheers, Will, which got a 7 out of 10. Our friends at Outright Games, down the road from where Jesse is, had released Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splintered Fate. Now, there was that god-awful Turtles game that came out a couple of months ago, but this is a different one made by different people. This is out on Nintendo Switch last Wednesday. This got a 7.5, so that was decent. You like Turtles games. Asphalt Legends Unite, which is a racing game, out on PS4, 5, Xbox Series X, S1, PC, Switch, Android phone, and iPhone. Got a 7 out of 10. We had the new Nintendo World NES Championships, which is basically a load of classic NES games set to a load of mini challenges. That came out on Switch last Thursday. That got a 7.5 out of 10. We have got also, let me find this game because I know I'm going to mess the name up of this one. Bo, Path of the Till Lotus, which came out last Thursday on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, Switch and PC, which got an 8 out of 10. We had EA Sports College Football 25, which came out last Friday on PS5 and Xbox Series X and S, which got an average score of 9 out of 10, making it the highest scoring game, even outscoring the last 4 Madden games. So it's got to be good. And finally, a game that came out yesterday on PC, The Operator, which got an 8 out of 10. All those game trailers will appear in my Discord within the next half an hour after the show finishes. But we will have more games for you next week on Tuesday Night Gaming Chat, where our guest will be one of our content creators at Timeless, and he's on the content creator panel. Not only that, his other half is on the Melanin Gamers panel. We have got the wonderful Mav on the show next week, which is at Tuesday at 9 o'clock. I am back tomorrow at 9 p.m. It is not community night. It is the designated horror game of the month, which Amy picks for me. And I am playing a horror game on PC called The Backrooms, and it looks fucking terrifying. And I think it will be the worst game. This is our 3rd month doing this because we're doing a build-up of games all the way up to Halloween, where we are doing nothing but horror games every night. I am going up the Backrooms. Yes, Dave says Backrooms is sick. Logical Right is like, oh no. So I'm doing that. And then fingers crossed on Thursday, I will be playing Schim at 9 p.m. if my capture card allows me to, or I manage to get a brand new one in time. But that's what we've got for you next week. Don't forget, some of the other games you've seen tonight will be played in future streams over the week. Big thank you to Dave, my wonderful co-host.
Always a pleasure, mate.
You absolute legend, you. Again, lots of love to Duchess Weaves and Miss Ginger Ninja, who couldn't be here tonight. We wish you all the best and sending you lots of love, which is awesome. So take care. And thank you to all the wonderful people in chat. Big Fuzzy Hat, he says, is Dave going to be at Timeless?
Yeah, I am planning to be.
He will be there. He will be there. Exclamation Dave in chat. Not only that, but you won't get him on stage. He will just be mingling in the audience as he does. So go play a game or two with him. He doesn't bite. Also, big shout out to my wonderful mods, my management. Thank you so much. Jesse for getting all the fucking website and everything done and all the updates as always. 22 days to Timeless, folks. It's going to be insane. It's going to be the best one yet, but it's going to be insane. And more importantly, just thank you, everybody. There you go. So let's go do a raid. Let's see who we can raid. I've got someone in mind tonight because I want to give him a kick up the arse. Don't wish that, Jenny. We've still got stuff to sort out. I know who I'm going to go raid because I haven't raided him in a long time. And it's very rare that they're on Twitch. Hopefully she will be on the show later in the year, but every time she's on the show, she's an absolute giggle. And that is the wonderful Professor Stork, who's streaming. She doesn't normally often stream on Twitch these days because she's over at Kick, you know, because she's with the cool people. She's playing Baldur's Gate 3. So let's go say hi to the wonderful Professor Stork. That raid will begin once the end credits have rolled. And all that leaves for me to say, if that raid is kicking in, which it is wherever you are in the world, have a great morning, a great afternoon, or a great evening. And I shall see you back tomorrow night for some horror with the back rooms. And our next Tuesday night gaming chat will be obviously Tuesday next week. So from me and Dave, take care. Thank you very much.
Good
night. Bye.